Ndị be anyị ndewonu. Ọ bụ Ada Igbo na-ekwu na Igbo Media. N'Igbo Media, anyị na-ewetara unu ọtụtụ ozi gbasara ihe na-emegasị na Biafra Land, n'ala Igbo na mba ndị ọzọ. N'ụbọchị nke taata, o nwere ihe bịara n'iru akwụkwọ anyị nke anyị ga-agụpụtara unu n'ụbọchị taa. Anyị gụpụtachaa ya, unu egee ya ka ọha n'uju. Ị ga-esie ya, ị drọpụọla your comment, like kwa this our video and gbasakwa ya ka o ruo ụmụnna anyị n'ebe dị iche iche arụ. Ozi anyị wetara unu tata si n'aka otu nwanne anyị nwoke, a Biafra activist. Dịka o si wetara anyị ozi ya n'iru akwụkwọ, ọ dere sị: Biafra freedom official opened at UN EU Parliament as Amnesty International global countries drag Nigeria to court over illegal abduction, detention, trial of Nnamdi Kanu. Ya bụ ozi ka anyị ji wee bịa tata na Igbo Media. Ị ga-esi anya bụ ozi kwa mbọ gwa anyị chere ma mekwa ka ozi arụtụ ụmụnna anyị n'ebe dị iche iche aka. Ngwa gere ya ka ọha n'uju.
People as a nation.
Take as regards Igbo must go.
Yeah, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night, wherever you're watching us from, and depends on your time. So glory be to God Almighty, because Chukwu okike abịama na-arụ ihe o ji wee bụrụ Chukwu okike abịama. Ọ ya nwa bụ onye kwanitere Maazị Nnamdi Kanu wee gbaa ya ume wee make sure that na Biafra becomes a spiritual thing and that is that must manifest in the physical. Yes, I love what is happening today and the trending that is on the ground today, because the amnesty program that was organized and handled and being sent to Nigeria, Imo State to be precise, regard to the Okigwe, insecurity because of the incidents in Okigwe that have shown us, and it has given us a sense of belonging that at the end of the day, the truth is being figured out and the truth is being spoken from the amnesty organization based on the group that visited Nigeria, Imo State to be precise, that which led today that the UN are finally given ultimatum that the Biafran case must be looked into immensely, regard the people involved or whosoever that could come in a kind of in the stage, in the color of Biafra, to be precise. Yes, they have decided to give audience, a cordial audience, regard to our tears, to our cry, and to our complaint of what we have been complaining, which makes Maazị Nnamdi Kanu to find himself where he is today, Maazị Simon Ekpa to be where he is today. Glory be to God. Although if not for the grace of God that was upon Donald Trump, somebody like Ngozi Orabeze would have been assassinated, or if not been assassinated, she would have been in jail as we speak now. But thank God for the grace of God that is still speaking, that making Biafra what is going to be, regards coming tomorrow, and as a result of the report of the amnesty that was sent to Nigeria. Yes, Biafra must stand and Biafra must go. Igbos must go, because no more intimidation again, no more slavery and no more enslavement, says the amnesty, because the truth from the amnesty that came from the UN, because the truth has been finally figured out and fished out, and it must be, totally pursued, and it must be achieved to the glory of God Almighty. And I thank God the way that I believe it is Donald Trump push, not just UN today, but Donald Trump push, the world leaders push. I watched, video and CNN regard to the peace talk of Donald Trump and Putin. In the case of, what is it called, Ukraine. But it was not just only Ukraine talk. It was involved the Biafran talk. And you will agree with me that for the very first time in a decade from now, no president of this world was able to pull Putin out of Moscow. But Donald Trump put Putin out of Moscow. And you can see in that video, Donald Trump saluted to Putin, giving him that respect and that honor. And for the very first time, the two heavyweights enter inside one car and drove off to go and have a heavyweight versus a heavyweight discussion. And which at the end of the day, look at the concrete report that was coming out from the amnesty, which has never happened before. You know, every amnesty that they are being sent to Nigeria, Nigerian government always be the one to tell them and to dictate for them on what they shall tell and what they must tell the people of the world as their own report. But this time around, the table has turned down that the truth must be officially, spoken or speaks. You understand? And glory be to God that the truth has been spoken. And the men, the people in quote, regard to the amnesty that was sent by the UN are now speaking that truth, which the truth is what Nigerian government and the British doesn't want to hear. They don't want to hear it. They don't want such kind of truth. They don't want such kind of, open air message, raw word. You understand? That was what the British is scared of. And Nigerian too. Nigerian government, most especially the Fulanis, they are scared of it and they have been battling regard to that. And there is no other truth than the truth of that Nigeria and the British must obey and respect and honor the referendum of Biafran people as a nation. You understand? That referendum must be respected and it must be honored and it must be valid and it must be included. Nigeria need to regard it. Britain has to respect it. You understand? Because it is part of why Biafra Nnamdi Kanu is suffering. Why Ekpa is paying the dues. Why Okigwe youths are dying, are being killed by Nigerian military, by Nigerian army, unlifing the people, the citizens of Biafra, in no just cause, under the watch of Bola Ahmed Tinubu. And Bola Ahmed Tinubu didn't care. But kill them all. That is the language of a Yoruba man.
But a lot of people have come out and said that, if the Biafra cannot get their freedom, which they are seeking for now, under Gutierrez, the current UN president, that it might be difficult because when the new president take over, that it might be that the Western world and the Britain in particular, will be the one ruling the United Nations again.
Yes, I concur to that, and at the same time, I disagree. Are you hearing me? I agree and I disagree. One, why did I say I agree? I agree because Nigeria is ready to bribe any nation with the property that does not belong to them. And that property, that blessings of God, the favor of God, is no other favor than the oil, which the British are living witness and they are living regret nation. Because had it been that they knew that the oil will be flowing up to this very day, they wouldn't have given Nigeria independence the very time they gave us independence. Yes, they are living regret. They are regretting it today. They would have waited and sucked it much better than the way they are sucking it now, to benefit it more than the way they are benefiting it now. You understand? You see why I say I agree. But why I say I disagree is this. The Biafran case and the Biafran issue is a spirit of which it can incarnate anybody. It can reincarnate or incarnate anybody. irrespective of where you come from. Don't be surprised that a Ram man can rise up and become the UN boss and say Biafra must go. It is possible. Because you agree with me, currently now, there are some Fulanis now that are saying, even the Hausas today is saying, allow them to go. Are you not, didn't you watch that video of the Fulani man on social media? I was expressing his feelings about religion. That allow these people to go, that Christianity is not meant to kill, neither did Islam permit killing. So in other words, he was criticizing the killing of the Fulanis. That is to tell you that it doesn't matter who goes there. It all matters the person and the spirit taking over the person in that position. Of which the Chukwokika Abiyama, the God of Biafrans, have decided he has taken over the case of Biafra, of which, be it who that goes there, that same person could be used to achieve the dream. You see why I say I disagree. And for your information, Biafran has gone beyond the level that anybody born of a woman, so long that person is matching this earth, the person can never stop Biafra from rising. It can never stop Biafra from rising. It can never stop Biafra from becoming USB, United States of Biafra, from becoming a nation. Are you hearing me? And that is just the true fact. The raw fact, which many people doesn't want to hear, especially some Nigerians. Because some Nigerians are now coming to agree to the truth and they are now saying the reality. Are you hearing me? So you see why I analyze it in two ways. You understand? Even the next president of America, yes, if, as they said, if we did not achieve it now, don't be surprised that even the next person, it doesn't matter the party. It all depends on the person. You understand? Don't be surprised that the person that may come as a president of America may even love Biafra more than Donald Trump. He might even rise up and take one kind legal action. Are you getting it? More active, more effective than Donald Trump, and give Biafra what they want. So you never can tell, because you are not God. Neither can you dictate or decide for God. When God arrives, there is a song that says that my God will arise, and the word we know say that God is with me. When God arise, the word go know say that the Lord is with me. So there we know that God is with Biafra. And as at that time, that is why I said, and I use this opportunity, I come down to analyze it to our viewers in two ways.
But you and they're also saying that the unity of Nigeria cannot be forced. That forcing unity will not make that nation progress.
Yes,
progress rather.
Excuse me. Yeah. They have seen the truth. That is why they sounded the way they have sounded. They have seen the angle the game is going. They have seen the outcome, the umbrella, the canopy, where the sun is coming. Are you getting it? Where the sun is trying to manifest, come from. It's not the where they channel it to be. So definitely they have seen it that that sun that want to rise from that place is unstoppable sun. You understand? So they have no choice than to embrace it. So keeping Nigeria as one, we keep Nigeria in more danger, in more ridicule. Yes, in more mess. So it is better, let Nigeria remain, let Biafra go. Do you understand? So forcing Biafra to remain in Nigeria is like trying to bring more agony, more pains and sorrow, more bitterness upon Nigeria, more setback to Nigeria. more delay to Nigeria, more pains to Nigeria, more tears to Nigeria, and more sorrow. So it is better that Biafra exist. Then let them go. No. Why Nigeria continue and let Nigeria remain? Why Biafra go and have their own nation?
The Sokoto Caliphate was one of Africa's biggest empires in the 19th century. It began in 1804 when Uthman Dan Fodio, a Fulani scholar, led a jihad, holy war. His army conquered Hausa city-states, including Kano, Sokoto, and Katsina. By 1815, the Caliphate covered most of northern Nigeria, Cameroon, and parts of Niger. Dan Fodio's son, Muhammad Bello, expanded it further, making it the most powerful empire in West Africa. The empire thrived in peace, scholarship, and trade. But by 1903,
Ngwano dalo nene no ụmụnne m dịkunu si na-esere n'Igbo Media. Gịnị kunu nwere ikwu na nkọwa nke unu gbasara maka ihe unu nọ n'iru akwụkwọ n'ụbọchị uhuruchi nke taa? Gwa anyị ife iche n'ụdị nke gị. Deela ya n'akara kọmentị ka mara ihe i chere. Ma chetakwa tụsaa ya bụ ozi ka o were ụmụnne anyị ndị ọzọ ntị. Ndewo na ụmụnne m, ka emesịanụ.